What's happening, guys? Welcome back to part 3 of the 2011 Volkswagen Golf rebuild project. So I went ahead and ordered myself a mini Torx and Allen key set. As you can see, was completely necessary. We don't have any, so can't do much. And I dug up an old set of sockets and a ratchet, so it should be enough to do what we need to do. So in part 2 we kind of faffed about, didn't get much done. Apologies for that. So today what I am going to attempt to do is get off as much of the front as possible, so i.e. the bumper, see what the slam panel is looking like, and get this headlight out and get a part number, because I'm yet to order it. I've seen a few online that look exactly the same, but from my experience, looking the same isn't the same. So if you can, always try and get a part number. It's the best way to do things. I went ahead and ordered a top hose. I've typed in the part number online for the hose, and it came back with just the connector. So I went ahead and ordered the connector, very reasonable, something like £8. So hopefully we can get that on and have coolant staying in the vehicle. And then what I would like to do, assuming that comes in time and the bonnet is still available, I found a bonnet close to me. It looked to be in fairly decent condition, so I'm hoping to be able to basically drive it straight to the breakers and go and get that bonnet and change it straight away. This is not even looking that bad, to be fair, and I feel like if I took this to a body shop, they may be able to repair this, because it doesn't look that bad. It just needs bending, and then there's like a little kink here, as you can see, and a kink there, and then that needs bringing forward, and there's a bit there. But to be honest, for the cost of spraying, it's in my best interest to just get this bonnet, because it's a lot cheaper than a body shop spraying it and repairing it, and it's in color, the right color. So yeah, that would be the plan for the bonnet. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get into taking off this front bumper for a start. So as you can see, I'm slowly investing into this channel, and that is why I bought the tools, new tool set. So I'm gonna try and work with one hand for now, just so you can see what's going on, and I can tell you what sizes I'm using for certain screws and so on. So also had to buy this adapter, because these are 3/8 and I've only got a 1/2 inch ratchet. So we're going with the T. Do I need to take that off as well? Yeah, T30 first. Lovely. Sorry about that. Right, so these are connected to the radiator cover, so T30. So this is needed, this is necessary, obviously, to establish exactly what damage you've got. So this is how simple it is to use. So first of all, you need a tool set. If you're a beginner, complete beginner to this, oh, I just noticed a broken bracket on this headlight. Not sure what we're going to be doing with that yet, but yeah, cool. Let's just say you've just started getting into car rebuilds, yeah. So obviously you bought the car, you found something reasonable like this, and then you've done obviously delivery, blah blah blah, and now you've got the car. You do not need to be a rocket scientist to take off bolts. This is the first thing. Obviously you're going to run into challenges. I still run into challenges. I mean, I'm not professional, but I know a bit about what I'm doing. But yeah, you just work it out along the way. So you're going to get yourself a tool set. So you need something like this. This is perfect. It's got all the torque sizes. It's even got splines in there, which you, for a Volkswagen, you will need for something at some point. Then it's got all the Allen key sizes. Then you want something like this. This is a very basic socket set, but I think all in all that's probably like 100 quid, or you could just buy yourself a toolbox set for like 200, 300 quid. Very good investment. So I'm kind of like, these headlights, they're bothering me. I'm thinking this one's broken, but it's not a big deal, because that's still quite solid, so I don't really need to change it. But I really want to buy the aftermarket. There's an aftermarket kit for it. Like, they look a lot, I'll put a picture in this video, but they look a lot better. they're only like £360 or something like that. But it's just, I'm just thinking about resale. It's obviously like putting extra things on it that it doesn't need. It just means more money when it comes to selling. And to be honest, my aim is to sell things for better prices than, you know, other sellers. One, so it sells quicker. Two, so someone's getting a bargain. Cost of living's crazy right now, so I'm not even sure what these screws are for. I think they're for the grill, which is already partly hanging off. And I'm sure this is not actually a T27. So T20, I'm gonna say they probably are, but it's giving me trouble. So I've stuck a T25 in there. It's definitely fitting a lot better. It's a bit loose, but it's not loose to the point where it's causing issues. So right, so 4 of those. Make sure you keep track of the screws. Try and take a mental note of where things came from. To be honest, I usually just stick them back in when I've removed said part. So you got 4 of those. Don't know where the other one's gone at the moment, but yeah, cool. 4 of those. So we're saying T27, T25 and T30 so far. This is only for the headlight. So if you remember, this is a bit bent, but to be honest, it's not bad to the point where I think it needs changing. So I think I'm going to leave that. So what have we done? I have no idea. Oh. Okay, so those screws are for the grill. As you can see, this grill is knackered, so we'll be needing a new grill. And this is why you strip parts, so you can see. So let's have a look. Now, just from looking at this, I can see the slam panel on this side is further back than the other side, so definitely we'll be needing a slam panel. And that's what I want to order now. So I want to figure out exactly what parts go onto that, so I can just get everything at the same time. So once the bumper comes off, I can just replace that straight away and then get a bumper and stick the bumper back on. But I'm not sure if it's going to be this is going to be temporarily left on there. I'm not sure how I'm doing that yet. Definitely needs replacing, obviously, but we'll see how that goes. Not all rich, so I'm realistic with this. I'm not doing it. I'm not one of them YouTubers who have unlimited funds to be just ordering stuff. You know what I mean? I still have responsibilities and stuff. So yeah, I'll be doing this from, you know, a realistic point of view. Just trying to do it as quick as possible, so you don't have to be sitting there waiting for videos all the time. I'm going to attempt to bend this up just so it looks a bit better. Bumper. Let's have a look. We have more Torx screws by the looks of it on that side. I don't know if there's anything else holding it just yet, but let's go with the Torx screws on the wheel arch liner for now. Let's see if that gets off, basically. You know me, paranoia, always crack a window. Right, so on that side, so we're going to turn it fully to the right. We'll start with the passenger side. Okay. That noise sounds so familiar. I had a BMW that had a noise like that, and it was the Valvetronic, something called a Valvetronic servo or something. Because I've got that fault on the turbo, I'm wondering if it's got a similar kind of setup. I'm going to guess it's a T20. Might be wrong. We'll see. Let's get some light here. Yeah, T20. The screws for the headlights also somewhere down here. So this is necessary regardless. So I think there's 4 screws. 1, 2, 3. It looks like 4 screws. 4 T20 screws for the bumper on the wheel arch liner. Should have bought a little bag to put all these screws in, but hey ho. Oh, a magnetic tray is good. Oh, what's that? Another one there. Is that a T20 as well? No, it looks like oh no, it looks like an 8. I don't have an 8. It's a Torx. It's another T20. So that's 5 in total. I think on BMW these are 8mm screws. Yeah. Right, so close all those ones off. I believe there's probably some underneath, and I'm trying to find excuses. That's what I'm trying to do. I was going to say I don't know if I'm going to be able to get under there because I haven't got my jack, but no excuses. We're going to try anyway, which means laying on the floor, but you know, hey ho. I just lost a screw. I do not want to lose screws here because you can see they are rusty brown, similar color to the floor. I've already lost it. Where the hell did you go? Can you guys see it? Whee! Put them in a sensible place, because there's nothing worse than when you can't find your screws. Right, moving on to the next side. Should move the car back a bit now, I think. Yeah, I think I will, just so I can try and get underneath. Yeah, there's enough clearance under there, I'm sure. I think so. I think we'll do that quickly. Right, enough space now, I believe, to try and get underneath the front. We're going to try and take out these. We're not going to try, we are going to take out the driver's side wheel arch trim screws now. So we have got the same again. So I won't want to bore you with this. And if by magic, voila. Once you've taken out them screws, as you can see, they're just like clipped in, so you can just pull it away, it pops out. This one, however, you kind of need to lift it a little bit when you're pulling it out, but yeah, even still, relatively easy, just pops out. So I can see that's connected to the bumper, so we've got another screw here. The other side is broken, that is loose, but I feel like that, and then maybe some underneath, and we should be able to take off this bumper, hopefully. Feeling like a T27. Don't want to wear out my tools just yet, even though they are, wait, what's this, 30? 27, no, it's 25. So yeah, they are, good thing about Halfords, they have lifetime guarantee. Look at me, just losing stuff already. Alright, 4 of those. Yeah, lifetime guarantee, so if you do damage them, take them back and they'll just replace them, assuming they've got them on the shelf. The only other people that I know that do lifetime warranty is Snap-on, I think, but Snap-on a bit out of my price range. And Halfords tools are just as good in my opinion. Oh, that one's broken as well on the headlight. Still. Oh yeah, so based on having those and that one, still quite solid. Right, so this one, because it's a single screw, I'm just going to put it back in there, so I'm not sitting there later on like, oh, where did that one come from? So just screw that in loosely, so you know that that one's for that. I think I am missing one from here, and oh, nope, it's there. It's just not part of the bumper anymore. Oh, it is a little bit. I mean, realistically, I could just break that off, but I'm not going to. Just don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I mean, we won't be keeping this bumper, obviously, but until I do source one, I don't know. If I have to drive it like this, I might have to drive it like this. Change the reg, sorry, the number plate, because that one is a mess. It just depends, because I've still got to do the other car as well, which is a bit, that's gone. It's a bit more important because that car is definitely going to be for sale. I mean, they both are, but that one needs to go before this one. That came first, so I should be redoing that one. We will jump on that one, I think, give some attention to that car. Let's see what's going on under here. Those are for bumper. So again, T20s, and there are, from the looks of it, it looks like there's 4 or maybe 6. Don't quote me. Let me get them off, and then I'll tell you exactly how many there are. Alright guys, so there is a total of 6 underneath. I will show you this one, but I do have a disclaimer. So there is the one just here, which is nearest to the wheels. Then there's one there. It is a bit hard, yeah, there. So that's the second one. Then going along, basically these. Can you see that? I can't even see. Yeah, basically those. There'll be one in each of those. There's one there, and then on the other side another 2, like how these ones are basically. And that brings you to a total of 6. It's starting to rain. That's annoying. But yeah, disclaimer. I don't know if it's because this has been crashed, why it's just basically off, and if it comes off easy. But look, basically, this just once I was taking them off and I noticed it was just hanging. So yeah, it kind of clips into the bottom by these. But these I don't think are going to be as easy to just pull off. So you're better off taking off the whole tray. I will be taking this off when the new bumper comes to put it on properly. But yeah, if you can, obviously, then do it that way. But I think it'd be easier to take the screws out than to do these clips. I think this is supposed to come off when the bumper's off. Pretty sure. We have a temperature sensor here. See, all things you'll get to know when you're doing car stuff, like when you start doing car stuff. And there's that screw that I dropped. That was from up there. So yeah, progress, man. This is good stuff. Good stuff. So now, as you can see, we get a better look. Let me get up and remove this bumper and give you a better look. Oh, random screw. I saw that. I don't know if that's why even for this, but I'm gonna just throw it there and hopefully I don't forget that it was on the floor. And right, okay, bumper out the way you go. I would have forgotten about this, so let's put that back in the Astra. Oh, now you get a better look at what we're dealing with. So all in all, still doesn't look bad to me, and the main thing is, hopefully they haven't told me lies and sold me this as a Cat M and it's really a Cat S, because that happens sometimes, even though I'll deal with it somehow. But it looks alright, like the chassis leg basically looks how it's supposed to. So yeah, it's fine. But I was gonna order this slam panel, but I wanted to be 100% sure about all the parts that was needed, because some of them were like bare, so they didn't have, obviously they don't have the crash bar, for example, and then there was all this plasticky stuff here, so I wanted to make sure it all came with what I needed it to come with. So this is, well, that's part of the slam panel, and that's bent, that's pushed in a bit, that's damaged. So I need to double check. I don't remember what parts was what and blah blah blah. That's damaged. I think I saw this part on some of them. Well, yeah, this part. That's part of the slam panel by the looks of it. Oh, so that didn't have the screw in it, which is good. I can check the part number for that in a second. But we are, just in case anything is separate from the slam panel, I'm going to just record the part numbers just so I can basically check them, yeah, with the part numbers. So 5K0, 805, 567 Alpha, that's for this. Do we have anything else visible? Slam, no, crash bar, sorry. There's a number there, 5K0, 807, 109. That should really be the same anyway if you put Mark 6 Golf, but either way I still prefer to have the number. That one's good. I don't know if I saw that on as part of the crash bar, I don't think it is, but that looks okay to me, other than a bit of rust. So does it come part of the crash bar? Piece of foam there that doesn't really want to budge. I just want to see if there's a screw. Oh, it's glue. Okay, didn't need to come off, did it? Pants. Yeah, alright. I'll get you back on, don't worry, mate. So, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, no. Mistaken. Yes, I'm mistaken. That part is separate. There's the screw there. Look, I'm just not paying attention. Alright, let me just disconnect this headlight and see if we can get a part number for the headlight. Thought I should at least try and show you this. I can't do it with one hand because this is very difficult, very annoying. But basically, to remove a headlight connector on a Volkswagen, I think they're usually typically the same. It's got this little, so it's that connector there, yeah. And I'm trying to get the angle so you can see inside the little clip bit. Where are you? Yeah, I don't know if that's a good enough view, but there's a little tab on the top of it, and basically you need to try and pull it or push it down. It's very difficult with your fingers, but it is doable. And if I can't, I'm going to get something I can use to pry it to basically move it up. But yeah, I'm going to do this with two hands, so bear with me. Okay, one headlight removed. So this is why you need to take things apart and check before you start just buying, because you might miss something and get the wrong thing. But yeah, I can see most cars, if not all, have a headlight bracket mount, and that is this. That one is ruined, so we're gonna need one of those. What's the other side looking like? Other side is fine, it's intact, so this side's good anyway. I don't have to really worry about that side, thankfully. While we got the bumper off and I'm just looking at random stuff, I just want to point out, this is the windscreen washer bottle. If your windscreen washer, just FYI, if your windscreen washer stops working, so you ain't getting no water coming through and you can't hear the noise when you're pulling on the stalk, it's usually this is the pump. So you can see, I just want to show you things like this because it's simple, like, and anyone can do it. If you take off the bumper, obviously you would have had access to this. They're always in different places, but this one's here. So you would just take out that clip, similar to the headlight clip. Those just pull up. They're just like the water hoses. You pull them up and take them off, and then this just pulls out, and then you pop a new one in. Bob's your uncle. Part number's there, if you can be bothered, because a lot of people can't. They don't care to do their own mechanics or maintenance or whatever. Yeah, but if you could, that would be how you fix that. Quite simple, to be fair. So we've got a lot going on here, man. A lot going on here. Push that to the side. I don't know if there's anything useful here for me. Not really. Apart from that, might need it. Loads of debris. More up here. There's a screw there for the, I think, headlight bracket. That's a little bit bent, I think, but no big deal. I can bend that back. Like I said, chassis leg looks good to me. Yep, nice. And it's really just this slam panel that's causing the main issue. That's a piece of it. Yep, I believe. I think that's a piece of it. Slam panel. So yeah. Right, that is back, which means the bonnet catch is back, which means if I put a bonnet on that's straight, probably isn't going to close, more than likely. But it's not like a big deal, just needs moving forward. But obviously we're getting rid of this, so no biggie. That is a part of the slam panel, is it not? Maybe not, I don't know, but I've seen them on it, so cool. Yeah, what we're going to do now, we're going to take off this slam panel just to get rid of as much as possible. I'm pretty sure I've got the sockets for that. So I think we're going to take off the slam panel. That comes off from it. And then I got a part number for the slam panel, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Can we get to that side? That side's looking a little bit more. 1, 2 up there. Oh, not really. 2. Is there any on the inside? None on the inside. So just the 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So yeah, we're going to take off that to eliminate as much as possible, basically. And I don't know what size we're going with. Let me have a look. I'm going to guess they might be a, let's go 19. Then it's not a 19, it's a 17. That's a bit loose, wow. Surprised. which means it might be a 15, and I don't see a 15 in my box. So you may be thinking to yourself, why is it dark? So my phone storage was full and it cut the video, so I had to go inside and basically take some files off my phone and put them onto the computer. And good thing too, because it started raining really heavily, so you know I wouldn't have been out here anyway, so it was like a sign, I think, to be honest. And I had to go inside and get a spanner, 16, and I've got a 15 because I don't have sockets to hand for this slam panel. Oh, for the slam panel, sorry, not slam panel, for the crash bar. So I brought these out to try. It's not a 15. That's annoying. It is a 16. Hey. Not the most ideal way to take off bolts with a spanner, but it does the job, so it's whatever. Okay, might have to take out that one before we take out the other one because there's no space. So I'm just going to take out these bolts. I'm going to come back out tomorrow. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot more I can do. I want to get this crash bar off, and then I want to get the slam panel off. And ideally, I mean, I did say there's loads. I did say that the slam panel basically is fairly easy to find. So like this is a Mark 6, so you type in Mark 6 Golf slam panel on it. Yeah, they're relatively similar. I did find one that says it's not for 1.4s, but it's not 1.4, so it shouldn't be an issue for me. And I'm even having second thoughts about buying a slam panel. I mean, when I look at it, it's like there's like an outer bit of it. This bit here, it's connected to the slam panel. I keep saying slam panel, I mean crash bar. This bit's connected to it, but it's not actually a part of the actual frame. So I'm thinking I could probably just, yeah, get away with it basically. Don't even know if I bother bending it out, because it's not in enough to be an issue by the looks of it. As long as the slam panel connects to it the way it should, I should be able to get away with it. And then the next video should be removing the radiator and either intercooler or AC condenser, whichever one it is connected to it. It's got a turbo, so it should have an intercooler, and just basically putting it onto the new one and reinstalling. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to find a bumper. I've seen many on there, but I want one in colour. I'm trying to save money, I'm trying to show you can do this on a budget. And worst case scenario, we get one that's not in colour, and we'll go and see my mate Dean, who, if we get to that point, I'll introduce you to. He does all of my respraying jobs. Very good at what he does. I guess the only good thing is that I have ratchet spanners, which means I don't have to be taking it off. You know, like the old spanners that are like, well, they're non-ratchet, so you're just doing that and then taking it off and doing that. Thank goodness technology has evolved. I guess in this case, thank goodness that tools have evolved. So I'm thinking that I might have to take off this headlight. I mean, I'm gonna have to take it off anyway to get to these bolts, but I'm not 100%. I'll get one out, I think. Yeah, it's that back one that's gonna be the problem, I think. Yep, no space to do anything there. So we'll leave that bolt. Tomorrow we're going to come out and take off, or take out the headlight to take off this bracket, and then we'll get that last bolt out, take off the crash bar, and take off the slam panel. And if all goes to plan, I don't think I will though, actually. Well, yeah, if all goes to plan, I'll strip the slam panel of the AC condenser, radiator, and if there's an intercooler, basically whatever radiators are connected to it, we'll just strip it and then have it ready for when the new one comes, and get everything installed. It's raining, it's cold, I'm soaked, but this part came in the post this evening, and my excitement got the better of me. I decided I had to come out here and see if it fits, and find out if this is going to hold water. So let's not waste time, because you know I don't want to be any wetter than I already am. I've already taken the piece of plastic out that was stuck in there. I don't know where it ended up, but I basically took that out with a very small flat screwdriver. So that piece is now no longer wedged inside of the hose. So the next thing to do is to get off this hose attachment, flange, whatever you're calling it, I don't know. That's the new one. I'm just hoping that it fits. Basically looks the same, but you know, looks can be deceiving. So on the old one, this retaining clip is basically that way, so I've pushed it down. Now I'm just trying to get it off of the radiator. This one's that way. I'm hoping that is not going to be an issue. It shouldn't be, but you never know. So far the tabs look like they're in the same place, so I think we should be alright. Bearing in mind this is an aftermarket part, so it might not be exactly the same, but I'm having a hard time getting this off. Okay, I was having a hard time getting it off. It's now off. So I'm going to use a pair of pliers, remove the retaining clip, just smooth it down, try and get this off and get a new one on. Oh, I cannot lie, that was not easy, especially being in the dark, being wet, being cold, hands are freezing, so anytime you nip your finger it just hurts 10 times worse. But anyway, we got there. So looking at it, they are looking very identical, which is good. So first thing we're gonna do, we need to lift this retaining clip and make sure it fits on okay. Assuming that it does, we'll stick the hoses back on, get it attached to the radiator, fill it up with some coolant and get the engine running and see if it holds the water, basically. Okay, clip is up. Hopefully there is no issues, hopefully. Doesn't appear to want to go on. Let me try the other way just in case it's... Nah, definitely not the other way around. It goes on more this way. So I think, to be honest, it's probably because it's an aftermarket part. It's not as, it looks very similar, it's not as well manufactured, either that or it's just very difficult to go on, so maybe a bit of force. Need 2 hands, so bear with. Okay, so I have test fitted it. Let's try and get that camera in focus. Yet I've test fitted it and it definitely goes on with a bit of force. So I'm going to try and get these hoses back on. So we'll get this one on first. Actually, no, we'll get the big one on first.
think that's on properly. It looks like it. So, put the clip down. Doesn't appear to be coming off. Let's fill it up with some water. Wow, too much. My only hope now is that the radiator is not damaged, but yeah, that's brilliant. I'm happy with that. Bought that on eBay for, I think it was like £8 and some change. So instead of buying the whole hose, which I'm assuming VW would probably sell you the whole hose with the connectors at the end, just got that part that goes at the end. And kind of hard to tell because obviously it's raining, but I don't think it's leaking anywhere. Yeah, time to test it, I guess. Water's going down slowly, and we will see if it's holding. I'm waiting for a headlight to come. But question, do you think I can get away with driving the car with no front bumper for about 5 miles each way? Not that it's going to be a issue mechanically, but I mean, like, it looks it looks mad, and I'm a little bit crazy, so I would do it. But I just want to know what you guys think. Do you think I should do it or not? Because I need to go get this bonnet. I've got a bonnet in colour. I think it's got a few scratches and chips on it, but it's not damaged, and it's in colour, most importantly. So I've already paid for it, but I need to collect its collection only, and I've got no other vehicle to drive, so I figured this is going to be insured, taxed. I feel like I might as well just drive this, get the new one on there while I'm there, and see if they'll take this one and just scrap it. Anyway, enough of the talking. Let's see if this car's holding the coolant. Right, so it's looking good, if I'm honest, man. It's not leaking out the bottle. Can't see any obvious leaks from the engine bay, radiator, or any other hoses, and obviously it hasn't beeped telling me it needs coolant. So yeah, next port of call is to go and get this slam panel, so I'm going to go and try and negotiate with them. It has got a bit of damage on that one, but it's very minor. I can live with it. It's a damn sight better than the one that's on there. So yeah, I'm hoping now. What my plan is, I've got a headlight coming, I hope tomorrow, so I think I'm going to try and put that headlight on, bolt back on the slam panel temporarily. I might even just throw the bumper on just for aesthetic purposes, and just try and get down to this breaker's yard and get the bonnet. Basically, I can see the temperature is slowly creeping up. We just want to get it to 90, so hopefully it does that without taking the remaining 10 miles of fuel. I'm sure it will not take all of it, because I still need to use that to get to the petrol station to put fuel in. Yeah, this is going well, man. This is going well. So far, so good. That light going off is great. I'm hoping it stays off, but if not, I'm going to investigate further. I'm going to be checking the actuator first, the turbo, I think it's called turbo boost actuator, I'm not sure. We'll check the turbo sensor or pressure sensor, or whatever the hell it's called. Check out all them things, if necessary, and see if that doesn't fix the problem. I am actually chuffed all around so far. This car has definitely not cost me £1,000, I'm sure. No, I'm not sure, I'm lying, I'm not. But even if it has, it's a little over £1,000. You will not find this car, even on a Cat N, with the same mileage, for as cheap as I have. So technically, I feel like I've got the cheapest Mark 6 Golf in the UK at the moment. It's a nice feeling. But anyway, we're gonna just, yep, it's creeping up slowly, so we're just gonna let it crawl and check back in a minute. Right, so it's running to temperature now, but I'm not getting any heat. So I feel like there is probably trapped air in the coolant system, because this top hose is not getting hot. It's not an issue, something I can definitely deal with, but something it's going to be now. Have to flush the coolant system. And the way to do that is basically drop the bottom hose, run coolant through it, completely flush it out, put everything back, and then fill it with coolant. So I'll squeeze the top hose a little bit. I can feel it getting warmer there, but the front of it is cold, or the top of it is cold. Even looks like it had a bit of coolant in there, to be fair. Whatever. EPC light seems to have disappeared. Hopefully it stays gone. Even revs a bit better in my opinion. Yeah, man. Progress. Oh, super bright. As always, thank you for watching my videos. Make sure you stay tuned for part 4 of the Volkswagen Golf rebuild. Make sure you like and subscribe if you found this video informative and you've enjoyed it, or you've enjoyed it. So stay tuned and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.